proceed to the young Mrs. Dreams of tomorrow. Oh, but this is exciting! And, yes, there we are.
Hello, Mr. Monster. I didn't have any dreams last night.
Such is the power of a Dream Eater. He dined quite well. Oh, yes.
I'm excited for today, too.
Yes? What might you need? Indeed, one might even call it my workplace. Not to boast, but I received the Performance MVP award for this past year. Such a harsh response. Now then, let us get to restoring tonight's memories.
The path I was shown descended endlessly. Human stories are filled with obsession, jealousy, hatred, grudges, and hypocrisy. However commonplace and boring an observation it may be, humans can seemingly only find themselves in interactions with others. Those were also the girl's nightmares. She showed restlessness, sympathy, dread, and grief at every twist and turn. And I saw her as an innocent little creature. A creature the exact opposite of myself. I felt not so much disgust, but fear. Fear that I had somehow taken an interest in this pure girl.
I hope the dream isn't scary.
The woman wakes in a dark and crumbling place. Pain races through her body. She thought she would die when she saved her husband from the commander. Yet she is still alive. But why? Trying to make sense of her piecemeal memories, she starts walking. Her location is a mystery. Eventually, she discovers people clad in the same clothing as her, collapsed among some rubble. Found you. Stop it! Suddenly, her husband appears, along with some of her old fellow prisoners. The joy they feel in this moment is beyond all measure.
Welcome back. Did you have fun?
It seems to be a continuation of yesterday's dream.
The one about the man who lost his family?
The very same, although happily it seems the wife had survived.
Yay!
Think you can stop me? Ha!
Here we go. Come on, just die already. I'll cut down everything in my way. Come on, just die already.
Need some fight spirit!
Say, Mr. Monster, do you have any siblings? I'm an only child, and I'd do anything to have a brother or sister. So, do you have a favorite food? My mommy makes yummy stew. Do you like stew? Aww. Look, Mr. Monster. Look, Carrie. It's the next scarecrow.
Carrie?
Good luck, Mr. Monster.
The woman is brought to a base for former prisoners. Pain shoots through her head. She can't remember anything after being separated from her husband. As part of their resistance to the organization, the defectives had been plotting ways to free their fellow prisoners.
Think you can stop me? Ha!
I've got enough death for everyone.
The organization had ordered the prisoners to hunt down the escaped defectives.
It seems this story will not end happily after all.
Oh.
Let's get this slaughter show on the road.
Your numbers don't mean squat.
Let's get this slaughter shell on the road. Missed. I've got enough death for everyone.
Ho ho!
So what's your favorite food, Carrie?
I love nothing more than a heaping plate of dried and salted fish eggs.
Ugh.
It may be something of an acquired taste. Perhaps you need to be older to enjoy it.
Have you had salty fish eggs, Mr. Monster? That means you're a kid, too.
Despite the organization's orders, the defective prisoners have a plan. During the next flower attack, they will sneak into the organization's HQ. Once there, they will free all the remaining prisoners in one fell swoop. Acting as an advanced scout team, the man and his wife enter the HQ. They had spent so much of their lives here. But this was the first time they were able to move about of their own volition. They had trained here for days without end. All so they could exact revenge on the flowers that stole their sun. Everyone here was the same. They all had a reason to want the flowers dead. But in that case, why were they shackled by so many unnecessary rules? In all of their time here, they had never stopped to wonder why this was. This is the first time either of them has ever set foot in the incubation room. Sleeping prisoners float peacefully inside liquid-filled capsules.
Think you can stop me? Ha!
The commander begins to tell his tale. Humans, true humans, no longer exist. You prisoners are nothing but clones, pale imitations. And in order to give you a reason to fight, we implanted you with memories. Their pain, their desire for revenge, it all stemmed from their son's death.
Human clones. Oh dear.
What's a clone?
It might be a touch difficult for you to understand, young miss.
Let's get this sloth show on the road.
Your numbers don't mean squat.
Thanks.
Think you can stop me?
I've got enough death for everyone.
What's that change?
Is that a moose?
That is a cursed god. it being in this part of the cage brings wickedness. Indeed, we cannot lose sight of our original goal. I have heard that some even pray to those cursed gods. How terribly dreadful.
Is it a bad moose?
Oh, yes. It has a grisly face and likes to appear right in front of you.
And that's bad?
Color me impressed that you did not flinch in the face of the cursed god.
Were you scared, Carrie?
Yes.
False. False. Memory. False. False. Memory. Memory. False. Remember. False. Remember. Kill the enemy. Kill your loved one.
Think you can stop me? Ha!
What a drag. I've got enough death for everyone. Oh, come on. Just die already.
As she clings to her fading will, she makes a decision. She remembers a process the commander installed in her the first time she died. A setting that deletes even her false self, making her a mindless weapon of carnage.
Sacrificial death confirmed. Cause: marital bonds. Data saved as reference for future clone development. Test concluded.
Death born from love for her partner. There is a very fine line between joy and misery. In any case, it is now the moment you have been waiting for. Dream time! It seems it is almost morning in the other world.
Thank you. And, I wish we could have adventured more together.
We shall meet again once night falls. Come now. Let us be off, shall we?
This is a tale of the recent past. A tale of a time when she was still human. A tale of how flowers were born into the world. You're going to grow up big and strong. A woman murmurs these words to the organic matter growing inside the incubator. She operates the console with a practiced hand. Holographic panels float in the air before her, displaying detailed information on the status of the matter in the incubator. The data is diverse, covering everything from humidity and temperature to the concentration of oxygen, elemental makeup of the soil, and even thermal conductivity. Each number is one piece of a delicate dance. If one fails, the others will follow. It is difficult work, but the woman feels pride at her success thus far. Once, thousands of years in the past, Earth contained what was known as nature. Uncountable plants and animals flourished in ecosystems across the mountains and oceans, and they did so alongside humans. But due to human expansion and ecological pollution, as well as disasters and climate change wrought by nature itself, the ecology was weakened, and life began to sputter out. Now, the nature that once sparked plants and animals across the entire planet has been entirely lost. The woman works in a genetic research facility. It was built with the newest and best technology available, and serves as a gathering place and laboratory for the world's most prominent scholars and researchers. The woman, a leader in the field of genetic engineering, now concentrates all her efforts on the process of regenerating extinct plants and animals. "You seem extra happy today," she says to her latest experiment. "So why don't we give this a go?" She flips switches and presses buttons on the console. Moments later, there is a beep, and liquid sprays into the incubator. That liquid is a custom-made growth accelerant that interacts directly with DNA. The moment it lands on the organic matter, a white flower springs out of the soil. "Yes," cries the woman. She permits herself a single fist pump. In truth, she wants to leap up and go dancing through the lab, but the fact she is under constant surveillance takes much of the fun out of such spontaneous celebrations. Not to mention her embarrassing incident of long ago. "Brought another one back, did you?" The speaker is a large, muscular man in a lab coat. Though his physique is more appropriate for a soldier, he is actually a talented scientist in his own right. "Honey," says the woman, "I thought you were sleeping. But yes, come here and take a look at this." She and the man have been married for 5 years. They met in this very facility. "It's pretty," murmurs the man as he bends down to get a better look at the incubator. "What's it called?" "I don't know. But according to the literature, they say finding one will grant your greatest wish." Though the woman would be embarrassed to admit as much, this story is the reason she chose to bring the flower back. For she has a wish she desires above all else. A wish to see the world filled with green once more. As she stares at the flower growing in the rich soil, she whispers her wish, hoping that it might hear. This world knows nothing but heartache and loss, and she wants to give it something good. It's the reason she studied genetic engineering in the first place. And though it has been a journey of fits and starts, her plans are finally bearing fruit. Suddenly, her thoughts are interrupted by the strident howl of an alarm, followed by a red light in the incubator. The two look inside and see the flower rapidly shriveling. "No," says the woman. "No, why is this happening?" She frantically rechecks the information on the panels. The numbers that represent the flower's nutrients are all swiftly decreasing. "Hang on, I'm going to raise the values." She pumps additional nutrients into the incubator, twice the normal amount. Liquid gushes out, adjusting the concentration of oxygen and the nutrients within the soil. But the flower continues to fade, its petals falling noiselessly onto the dirt below. Her husband looks at some of the numbers and furrows his brow. Strange. This flower is using far more energy than normal. It's a calm observation, one made from the experience of seeing countless flora wither away in his own experiments. But the woman is in no mood to hear it. I can't let it die, she thinks. Not now. If it dies, my wish dies with it. She doubles down and focuses on the console. More liquid enters the incubator's glowing red interior. Come on, she says through clenched teeth. Come on. I'm not giving up on you now. Finally, the dripping flower begins to grow again, its fallen petals regenerating before their eyes. But it does not stop. A moment later, the flower smashes out of the incubator, sending tendrils and roots coiling across the floor. It almost seems to be searching for something. And it shows no signs of stopping.